What's up, everybody? Hey, what is it? 8, almost 9 o'clock on a Sunday night. Usually the best time, actually, because you're not out doing anything. So I thought I would put together a quick course here inside the All In Marketer group. Now, if you're watching this outside the group, I wanted to give you a taste of what can be inside of the group. One of the things I'm going to be talking about tonight is how to grow your Instagram following. And it's not the way you think. So I just wanted to make sure, first off, that it's live. I'm going to share it to the group, and then we can get started here. So, yep, there it is. How's everybody doing? Hey, if you come on, just pop in and kind of share where you are. We'll get started here shortly. Let me see. I got to be shared too. What's up, Otis? James? What's going on? So, hey, I'm just checking it out here. I'm gonna actually feel free to share this if you'd like. I think it's going to be a very useful and insightful class because most people who try to grow their Instagram think that it's something just random. That randomly they pick the right hashtag, the perfect picture, and everything is just right, and they get a hit. Well, I mean, that may happen, but rare, rare, rare. I mean, it's like you buy a lottery ticket and people win, right? But there is a way, and it's knowing how Instagram's algorithm works. It's going to help you achieve this. So stick around. I'm just trying to figure out why is it not letting me share? Hey, thanks for the thumbs up, Juan, Teresa, Gilbert. Hey, just pop in and put in where you're at. I'll get started here shortly. I'm trying to share this darn thing to my page, and for some reason, I can't. Let me see here. So, fun stuff here. This is going to be good stuff too, because a lot of people, Instagram's wildly popular. The unfortunate thing is most people don't understand exactly how it works. So they spend hours and hours, on this post, and in a time that's not going to usually work. So, man, I'm going to have to share it later to the group. I was hoping share right. Okay, here we go. I found it. There we go. Feel free to jump in any time in the comments. Post a question if I'm not clear on something. Just feel free to do that. And hey, and if you actually have something that you want to share, something that has worked, feel free to pop that in there too. And looks like we're going to get started here. I'm going to set my phone there. What's up, Katie? Hey, thanks for coming on. So Instagram. So you want to grow your Instagram following. So one of the things is creating an amazing post, creating amazing content, and understanding your audience is one thing, right? But it's not actually how Instagram works. Instagram has 80 million users, 90 million posts a day. They have artificial intelligence that's going to go through and pick who's going to get on, you ready for this? The Explore page. If you want to grow your Instagram following, you just need to get to more people. So imagine this, you put a post, you spent 30 minutes creating the post, you picked the exact right hashtags, and you post it, and you get normal likes like you normally would, 100, 300, depending on how many people you have. Let's say you had 5,000 and you got 300 likes. It's usually the same people that are already in your group. You're trying to find new people. The only way you're going to find new people is to get on the Explore page. And if you can get on the Explore page, you can get new people. So back when Instagram first started, this page used to be called the popular page. And the popular page used to be, everyone would see the exact same thing on this page, right? Well, now Facebook, because Facebook owns Instagram, Instagram shows you algorithmic, something unique to you. So what you see on your Explorer page is going to be different than what I see. And what I see is going to be different than what someone else may see. So the idea that you need to get on the Explorer page, that's where we are, right? So it's not that someone's more talented, has a better picture. It's just that they know something that you don't know. But after you've watched this video, you'll know what those people know. Because I'm certain you have ran across some content inside of Instagram. You look and you see and you go, how in the hell does these people have 20, 30,000 followers, right? And then if you go in and you look, you see that they have very low engagement. They got 30,000 people and they have like 100 likes. So one of two things happened there. One is they could have bought those, which I do not recommend you do. And what I'm going to teach you is not bot related. It's more of a hack, but you still have to have talent. And it's more of a workaround, but you still have to have quality, right? So stick around. I'm going to walk you through. Hey, Jason, Sandy. Hey, when you come on, don't be shy. Just say, hey, thumbs up. Let me know you're here. If you have a question as I'm going through this, just pop it in there and I'll be happy to clarify anything that I maybe not. And hey, and just put quick where you're at. And if you're wanting to build your Instagram, this is going to be huge for you. First off, it's going to initially be disappointing, and then it's going to be super exciting because you're going to be able to use what all the big influencers that are out there that built these followings. Most likely they did it the way that I'm about to show you. So stick around. So again, one of the frustrating things for creators is that creators love quality, right? So something that I'm going to talk about is initially going to sound and seem like it doesn't matter if it's quality. And it doesn't, but it does. And as we go through this, you'll understand what I mean by that, right? So back to what needs to happen. What needs to happen is your post needs to reach as many people as possible, right? And the best way to do that is to get on the Explorer page. What's up, Juan in Houston? Hey, thanks for coming on. At least one person was brave enough to put where they're from. Hey, I mean, I'm doing this and hopefully it's useful. Hey, and if you don't mind, if you have somebody out there that you think they're wanting to grow their Instagram, share it with them. Share it with them right now. They're going to get a huge value from this, unless you want to keep the secret to yourself, right? So if you don't mind, share it with them. We're going to talk about how you grow your Instagram follower, right? Or Instagram following. So getting on the Explorer page. So how do you get on the Explorer page? Number one, the way that you get on the Explorer page is understanding how the Instagram algorithm really works. And the way that it really works is it's going through and it's determining what's up, James? Hey, thanks for coming on. Well, will you be done in the third quarter starts? Okay. Hey, it depends on how much you value learning how to. You could always rewind that too. You could always watch me replay later. So how do you get on the Explorer page? So understanding the algorithm of Instagram. While no one person knows the complete algorithm, we do know basics about it. And it makes sense. You got to remember Instagram, Facebook, all social media platforms, their sole goal is to keep you on their platform as long as possible. And the way that they're going to do that is to make sure that they put content that's relevant to you. And the way that they understand what's relevant to you is determining what are you liking, what are you commenting on, what are you engaging, what is your stuff what are you talking about? Those types of things. So, and who's engaging with your content? See, they create all of this, and based on what you're doing, right? So let's say, for example, you make that post, right? You spend all day creating this amazing post, picking out the hashtags, and you post it, right? In the way that you're currently doing it, most likely no new people will see it. Or if they do, it's such a small one, a group, unless it's just so dang good, or that some influencer that you knew decided to share it, or they were in you're not going to get a new audience, at least not at scale. But the way that you're going to get it is getting on the Explorer page. The way you get on the Explorer page is by getting the most amount of engagements on your post in the first hour and 30 minutes. Right? So the first hour and 30 minutes, Facebook is running this algorithm looking for pictures that are getting high engagement rates, right? The people, not only that people are liking it, that people are commenting on it. And not only that people are commenting on it, but they're commenting on it with a meaningful, 4 to 10 words, right? The more that somebody puts in the content, the more that Facebook or Instagram feels like, wow, this must be some great content. Remember, it's just machines saying, wow, this must be great content. And this is getting a lot of comments. It's getting a lot of long tail comments on top of it, which is good. And then when Instagram sees that, they go, wow, this might be something that I need or we need to put on the Explore page for the whole world to see, or at least the world compared to who's relevant and who they think would be, your content would be good for them based on what they've been doing, right? But getting on that Explore page now opens you up to everyone. And that's the first step in where you want to be, right? So what I'm going to show you is the hack to get there. And that's the part that sounds a little dicey, but it's not. But actually once you get on the Explore page, your content still has to be good. And this is where quality will come in. And in getting quality and getting it onto the audience page, that's going to build your Instagram following. So how do you do this? And this is how you do it. You ready? You join what's called Instagram engagement groups. So if you've never heard this term, what an Instagram engagement group is, it's a group of people who all agree that they will join this group. And I'm going to show you a minute how to do. So I'm going to give you the theory, then I'm going to give you a little bit of the weed stuff. So you join this group, and in this group, everyone agrees that they will comment, like, and share your content as long as you do it for theirs, right? So you're thinking, well, Randall, well, how do I know if they're going to do that, right? So one of the ways that you can do this is that they use a software or an app called Telegram. That's it. I don't know which way. I'm trying to look at the screen because it's never the right one. So it's right there. That screen right there, it's Telegram, right? That's an app. It's a messenger app, but it also allows for coders to put intelligent code inside of the app and determine if someone did an action that was required of them to be in the group, right? So I know this is sounding a little crazy, but so this is how it works. Let me get that off the screen here. So this is how it works. You go and you find an Instagram engagement group, right? And one that's relevant. There's tons of them out there from any industry, from entrepreneurs to fitness to fashion to lifestyle and across the board, all types, right? So what you do is you find an Instagram engagement group that's relevant to your topic. Let's say it's entrepreneurship, right? You join that group, right? That group, then you go and you download this Telegram app. You go and you message them, and through a series of things, I'm not going to tell you exactly how to do it. Right now, I'm just giving you theory on how to do this. I'm not going to walk you step by step because it's a little confusing. But basically, you go to this app. You join the group, you get accepted to the group. Most of them you have to pay to be in. It's not very expensive. And you go to this group, right? And once you're in the group, they will tell you how often they do what's referred to as a drop. And what a drop is they give you 30 minutes before they actually roll out. They're gonna what's it? I don't know what that's on the screen for. So let me hide that really quick because I don't know why that's on the screen. What happens is they say, hey, in 30 minutes, we're going to do what's called a drop. Do you want to be in this next round, right? So what you do is you say, yes, I want to be in this round. Here is my Instagram handle, R Chestnut or whatever your handle is, and you post it. And they say, okay, great. You will be considered, you will be in the next drop. So everyone that's in that engagement group decides that they want to be in that drop. And some do it every hour, some 3 hours, some once a day. It depends on how big the engagement group is, right? So now you have agreed to be in this group, and I was just looking at the comment here, and now you've agreed to be in this drop, right? 30 minutes goes by, and now they do what's called a round, and everyone within that 30 minutes who said they wanted to be in that round now have to go through everyone that is in that round and do whatever the rules. Different engagement groups have different rules. Some of them say you only have to like the picture. Some of them say you have to like the picture and say 4 meaningful words. Some of them say you have to like the picture and you have to say 10 meaningful words. So each drop and round will tell you exactly what you need to do, right? And then it'll start the round and you'll be included, and it'll spit out all of the accounts. And you need to click on each account, go to the account, and then do whatever it says. Like it, comment with 4 meaningful words, boom, go back to the app and do it. And depending on how many people are in that round, 300, 800, sometimes 1,500. So let me say something. It's a lot of work if you're going to 500 to 1,000 people that you have to like, share, and comment, or like and comment on. You're going to be there the whole hour and a half. But here's what happens. Everyone in that group, if it was 1,500 people, theoretically, if there's leechers in there and they run the software at the end of the round, the Telegram software, to determine who actually didn't do their part. And then they give them a warning. And eventually, if they keep doing it, they'll just kick you out, right? Because it's an engagement group. So put a thumbs up if this is useful, if it's useful at all. Hey, Brenda. Hey, thanks for coming on. We're talking about Facebook or Instagram and how you grow an Instagram follower and through use of engagement groups. And if you don't know, you can Google an engagement group and learn a little bit more about it. But hopefully this is useful. The unfortunate part for most people is they're like, well, I always thought quality wins. Quality will win. So we're just talking about getting you initially on the Explore page. That's it. Because if your shit sucks and you're on the Explore page, well, nobody will like it there either. So the whole idea is just to get your stuff in front of an audience, right? And that's really what we're talking about here, is joining an engagement group. So now imagine this: if let's say twice a day you ran around and it was 500 people, and you had that amazing post that you created, or that amazing Instagram post with the right hashtag still. And now you run that in a round where there's 500 people who have liked it and commented on it with, let's say, 4 meaningful words. Now Instagram goes, whoa, wait a minute. Wow. I see 500 people engaging with this. Let me pop it on the Explore page. It goes to the Explore page. And now the hard work and effort that you put into creating this Instagram post actually gets to be in front of other people for them to appreciate it. And who knows, it could go viral. So that is, in a nutshell, how you grow an Instagram following. Now, I know that there's books out there that talks about all this organic, and you can do that, but I'm telling you, I'm in this business. I see it. I know, and I see how people grow their business. Unfortunately, Instagram isn't something that's not my platform. My platform is LinkedIn. That's where I spend most of my time. And, time is a limited resource. So you have to pick the one that you understand. But I understand the whole industry as a whole, because I do marketing strategies for corporations, for either private or publicly traded. So I really have to understand how all of this stuff works. But for my personal stuff, I really spend most of my time inside of LinkedIn, because I do B2B and that type of stuff. So again, hopefully this stuff is useful for you guys. And I appreciate Juan, Brenda, Mike, James, and all you, and Katie coming on. So again, if you know someone who this could be useful to, don't be shy. Share and tag them in the post. I think that most people don't realize how this stuff works, right? If you really want to build an Instagram following and you really, have some really great content, you have to get on the Explorer page. And the best way to get on the Explorer page is to join an engagement group, and then join an engagement group that has a large following inside of it. And then your stuff can be seen by more people. And then eventually, when you build up a good, big enough following, let's say you have an account that's got 2,500 now, right? And you did this for 3 months, 6 months, 6 months, every month you're engaging every day, let's say 500. And over that time, you get to 50 to 100,000 followers. Well, then you may not necessarily need to do that, right? So one of the things is that people ask is, what if I don't have the time? Well, you can always outsource the person doing all of that stuff for you. And if that's something that you're interested, you can certainly contact me. I can put you in contact with somebody that might be able to help you with that. But I'm telling you, you don't have the time to do that, honestly, unless you don't have a job. And even then, doing that, if it was 1,000 people, I mean, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of accounts to comment and like on. So it's best to just outsource it if you're really serious about growing your Instagram following, and maybe you want to be an influencer. Maybe you're a business and you want to reach more people. That is the way you do it. Get on the Explorer page, get more people to see it. Then quality matters. And then you can grow. Now that you have, you're exponential when you get into the 100,000. But that doesn't mean you have to stop doing it. You can continue to do it or continue to pay someone. You'll certainly have more money, right? So I want to address. I get a comment all the time afterwards, and I get like, "Hey, what is this stuff that you have at the bottom of the screen? And how do I get my logo right there at the top of the screen?" So I use a software called BeLive. Where you can make these custom frames that go around your image, gives you the ability to, for example, like I did right here, put this on the screen. You can get different looks here. I can do this look. I can do this look. I can do this one. I prefer to have, you can do a solo of that one. I prefer to just have me on the screen. When I do guests, I'll be on a show tomorrow. We're using BeLive. They're one of my clients who ended up signing up for You Need a Show, where I actually show them how to create their own show, to build their own audience, to build their own authority. If that's something you're interested in, that you want to have a show, go to this here. I believe you should be able to click on that link. If someone does, if you don't mind, click on that link on the screen. I was told that it works. It would actually take you there. And if it does, put it in the comments section. If it doesn't, put that in there too. That'd be helpful and useful to me. I'm going to leave that on the screen there. I'm going to hang around for just a couple of more minutes if I have any more questions to come on. Hey, and if for some reason you're watching this as a replay, post your questions. This is what you do. Post your questions in the comments, because I'm sure there's other people who may have the same question that you do. And I'll be happy to answer. Just because it's not live doesn't mean I can't answer it. And in fact, most of the time, 90% of the time, the questions are usually asked after this video. And in fact, most message me. So if you don't mind, just put it in the comments. For one, everybody else will be able to see it, unless it's something that you don't want people to see. But if it's a question, just post it in the comments. And again, if you don't mind, share this with your friends, tag them in it. I'm sure if they would appreciate it, knowing like, wow, I'm doing all this work, especially if you have a friend that they're always like working on the Instagram and they're like always trying, and they've said that they are frustrated with it, or, whatever, or as people start following and they unfollow them, and all the above. If you don't mind, share it with them. And again, I'm going to leave that on there. If you're considering producing a show, so this is not my actual show. This is actually, I'm sharing this outside of my all-in marketing group. It's a group that I have where I come in and I do stuff like this with the group, and share some of the knowledge that I learn. I hear from different agencies. Whenever I go speak, you meet speakers from all over the world who are telling you great things that are going over. I recently spoke at Disrupt 2018. One of the gentlemen I met, there was actually two. There was one, Marty. I don't remember Marty's name. He did a really insightful breakdown of the Nike campaign. And he used to actually work with Nike, or not work for Nike, but did some advertising campaigns with them. And he broke down that Nike knew without a doubt when they ran that campaign with almost 100% certainty that it was going to be successful. So that was entertaining. But the really cool one was the director for voice for Amazon, working with the Alexa and all the other devices out of Europe, was there, and there's some really cool stuff that's coming out from Amazon as it relates to voice. When we think about voice search, we're like, well, why would we use voice search? You'll see more and more of the value. First off, as it gets better. Second, as you start having more augmented and virtual experiences, you need to be able to talk to it, because you're inside a virtual world. You're not necessarily going to type. You can just say that you want to see something. So anyway, so that's the group. I shared this video outside of the group. You're welcome to share it yourself. And if you're not already a member, please go to the All In Marketing Academy. Go ahead and click to be a member. I pretty much approve everyone. There's just 3 questions you have to answer. And if you're a marketer, entrepreneur, or innovator, that's a group you want to be in. We can share ideas, learn things like this if you didn't already know, and even share some of the things that you may know with people. And if you're considering creating a show, let me tell you something. I started my show 3 months ago. Within 3 months now, I have 5 speaking engagements now that are paid speaking engagements. Let me tell you, paid speaking engagements. I've had, I don't know, 20. I've been on 20 different other shows because of it. I've interviewed now a world record holder for Instagram. He got a million Instagram followers in 30 days. A huge YouTuber, Roberto Blake, one of the top tier YouTubers, all from having a show, right? If you understand positioning, you understand how a show can help you position yourself in the market, right? Where people can't even compete with you. I don't need to compete with anybody. I make my own category where they can't compete with you in whatever it is you do. So again, if you're interested in having a show, everything that you would need, you can go to that link there, that bit.ly link. You need a show order form. And what comes with it is also a 30-minute consultation with me on exactly how you set up your show and everything that you would need: equipment, training, setup, software for editing, uploading the link, everything that you would need to have a top-notch show and be able to take all your content and be able to turn it into 12 to 20 other pieces every show. So again, hey, thanks everybody. And again, if you don't mind, share this video with someone that you think would want to grow their Instagram following. And I appreciate you taking the most valuable thing that you have. You can buy other people's time, but you only have a limited supply. Have a good night, everybody.